the details are there. This looks amazing. And you're not telling me tons of people didn't pick this up, replace the head, or hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately destroy the value of our figure and free them for their plastic and cardboard prisons. Now it's McFarlane Page Punchers. I know all y'all who shop at Walmart probably saw this 100 times over, but I saw it on clearance for $7. And because it was this cheap, I was like, I have to pick them up. I have the Captain Cold and Heatwave, so why not add the Atom to the bunch? I think I also have Gorilla Grodd too, but he didn't come on clearance. But that's besides the point. Let's take him to the table and see if he was worth my $7. All right, so it is the Atom. I picked him up specifically because he was cheap, and also to do it in armor. So that's why. But let's look at the Page Puncher box real fast. I absolutely love the way that they did this box. Open box concept, simple. The back they could have done something better with, but I like how simple it is. It's not really an in-box collector's dream, but it's there. But here at the YKB, we don't care about boxes, so let's open them up. Let's see what the Atom is working with. There's the stand, file card, the comic. Alright, so we have the Atom. And looking more and more at this suit, it looks absolutely amazing. Like, if you didn't tell me this was the Atom, this definitely is like, oh, this is just some army dude or whatever. Or a space adventure or whatever. I really do think this look is good. At least, Todd could reuse this at the ends of the earth. Does it look like this guy, though? Maybe slightly. You know, it has the stuff there, a little bit of texture. I'm going to say it's close enough. But the figure himself, I'm actually liking this as a base body. If I can go and find more, I'm definitely going to pick up more. Because this is a great base body for any pseudo armor dude. Pretty easily paintable. Can cover that face, but I'm happy with it. The design looks pretty well. Let's go look at the accessories. Alright, first up in accessories is the file card. I accidentally ripped it trying to take it out. It's my fault. There it is. 2 extra hands accessory. Open hand for the, what is that, the left hand, and a trigger hand. So, Trusty DC stand, which I reuse a whole bunch of these stands because a lot of McFarlane figures can't stand up, and as of late, it seems like I have a growing more and more collection. And the Atom effect. What is this? Is this his shrinking power thing? I don't know. But with this hand right here, you can see what I'm talking about. Army dude. I think Todd knew what he was doing. Oh, I almost forgot the comic book. Well, big haul for $7. Alright, just because I have this stuff out, let's go and, throw this on. This pegs in the back, if I can get it in. I don't know what you can do with that, but it's on. He has his hands. His hand for probably a shrink ray or blaster of some sort that didn't come in the comic book or didn't come in the page punchers. But I'm really liking this base body. One thing you got to do is Todd with his sculpting on all his figures that they look good. He didn't have to paint it, but he definitely did sculpt it. Look at all the textures, the different numbers of textures, because even in his ball joint right here, it's smooth and then it gets rugged. The face sculpt could have done better, but it does match the front of this. So, you know. And I'm hoping everyone got this entire group because Gorilla Grodd was at Ross for like what, $7? Both these guys you could have got it as cheap as what was it? I think Walmart had the prices as cheap as shoot. I know I got one of them for like 12, but I've heard of, both of them for $8 each. I'm not sure if this Flash ever made it to clearance or if it was even made, but I don't. Sometimes Todd stuff makes it to clearance, and you look at it and you're just like, man, I think they it was probably a wrong choice in character, but it was a great choice in figure design because this looks absolutely amazing. Why is this on clearance? Because really no one cares about the Atom. You know, I really think it was just the choice of the character because the sculpt looks good. The paint can have a little bit more work, but the details are there. This looks amazing. And you're not telling me tons of people didn't pick this up, replace the head, or even painted over the face mask and made an army dude? Come on now. If I didn't like this as much as I did, he was definitely becoming a space soldier. But, you know, enough with all this space soldier nonsense. Let's go see articulation. He could do a T pose. Perfect. I don't know why companies have an issue with these little stuff on the top or whatever, but Todd clearly doesn't. Bicep, which again moves out of the way of this. Just double jointed, standard ball joint for the hands. So that's that. Crunching in, he can only go forward that much. Gets a lot of range to the back, at least with the top one. Forward one can't. The bottom one can't really move that much. Push it back. It's about that much. So, like most McFarlane figures, crunching is an issue. But leaning back, he can definitely do the Matrix. Do a full split. People complain about the diapers, but it gives you range. Can only kick up that high though. Can he kick his butt? Nope. But the boot swivel ankle rocker thing works. Ankle rocker. And then the boot swivel. Toe. Now the head does have. Did I do that already? That's pretty easily. The head has a little bit of hindrance, and that's strictly because of these antenna things that you kind of can't take out. But I'm guessing it's the standard. Yep, standard system for McFarlane necks. Have I mentioned already that this figure is absolutely amazing? and now I'm upset I didn't pick up more. I definitely need to pick up more of these and make some soldiers. Articulation's amazing. And unlike most McFarlane figures, he can stand. Alright, now that we got articulation out the way, let's see how tall this dude is, because he does feel a little bit on the smaller side for McFarlane figures. He is about 7 inches flat, which makes sense. That's why he feels a little bit smaller, because he's a tad bit smaller. And he's about 2.5 from side to side. So, maybe he can be a bigger soldier dude. I know a lot of people haven't got those Doom characters. This could easily be a Doom repaint. But let's see how he scales with other figures and other lines. There's NECA Turtles. There's a McFarlane Spawn. Looks good. G.I. Joe Classified series. Star Wars Black series. And he can fit a Halo type of dude. He has the size. Marvel Legend. Loyal Subjects. And to finish it off, SH Figure Arts. So, with other lines, as usual, McFarlane's a giant. So, what more can I say about the Atom? I think it looks absolutely amazing. I just threw a Halo weapon in there. First of all, it's all loose and bendy, but it works. And it also shows you how this can easily be a space warrior. I've said it 100 times. It's weird to see like great is a hard word. It's it's weird to see good figures go to clearance, but I really feel like it was probably just a poor choice in character. Because in design, it looks absolutely amazing. Like, people complain about McFarlane, and, like, now that he's losing the DC line, it's kind of sad whenever you're starting to get these good figures. I know this one's been out for a while. It's been out so many times. It got re-released I don't know how many times. It's gotten released so many times, I've lost count. But McFarlane does a good job in his in his sculpting of figures. I'm really happy with this figure. But for more reviews like this, come to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. This is an amazing figure.